Hi, my name is Mark and I'm on a mission to restore this old Irish farmhouse, and there's a lot of work to do here. So the purpose of today's video is to just do a bit of recon and get an idea of what it is that needs to be done and get some kind of idea of that. I suppose I'll have to start with the trees. These are massive trees and they are certainly threatening the house. They're quite close, as you can see here, but it's going to be a job in itself to get these down. I think I'll have to do them bit by bit, limb by limb, and maybe a few feet at a time rather than knock them. They could certainly fall into the house and cause some damage. Okay, there are more trees out here to the front. These are also quite close to the house, and again, massive. But the problem here is there's electrical cables quite close, so not too sure how I'm going to go about taking these down. But they do have to come down, unfortunately. They're way too close to the house, and we're on a height here, so the winds will be quite strong here. Another job would be to sort out this gable end on the shed. This is a shed. In the last video you saw me take down a wall, providing partition wall in here. I want to use this as a base where I can work from when I'm working on the main house. Okay, another thing at the house here is this gable end, and I don't know if you can see this chimney here will have to come down. I think the one on the far side is pretty much the same, though not as bad. They'll probably come down to, I'll take it down to wall height here and rebuild that, get some structural strength into it. There are some structural issues to be addressed here. The lintels over all these doors and windows are timber, and they seem to be all dry rotted, so there'll have to be new lintels put into all these windows and doors. There's that chimney again, it's quite bad up there. Also the roof will need to be replaced. There's a lot of dry rot inside, and at the edges there where the roof meets the chimney, there's some water getting in there. There's a bit of wet rot in the timbers inside. Okay, a lot of work here. Okay, this is where I took the wall down in the last video, and it's opened this area up nicely to let me work from here. So, yeah. This wall will also come down. Okay, this is probably sitting room. The stove that was here is gone. You might remember that stove from Cheap Irish Homes series on RTE. One of the things we discovered here are these rafters. They're covered in soot. Once we took the ceiling away, we discovered but the soot is everywhere. So not too happy about that. I reckon what's been happening here over time, this is a chimney breast. The smoke has been somehow getting out from there and into the cavity between the floors upstairs and the ceiling here, and caused all this blackness. So yeah, they'll go. Plan to do is take this wall down here as well and just have one open planned space here in the whole downstairs. The floors here are timber on this side, and I'd imagine that you'll be able to get down to the earth here. Yeah, it's quite rotted. Yeah. And yeah, that's earth underneath, but the concrete on this side doesn't seem to be too deep, but yeah, that log concrete floor will come up as well. So this video is just basically giving you an idea as to the work that's going to be going on here. It's quite daunting to say the least, but we'll give it a good lash. Yeah. I have some ventilation here anyway. The stairs are in the middle of the building downstairs. You come in the front door and you have the stairs straight in front of you. It's not particularly a layout that I fancy. I'm gonna want to move those, but I don't know where to move them to. As this wall here is going to come down, the wall between the two downstairs rooms, that's going to come down as well, and it's going to be just one open plan downstairs space. But where do I put these when I do that? Any suggestions about that one? Put them in the comments, please. Here's that window from inside. I was telling you about this structural work here. And here's an example of what's going on. These are wooden these are wooden beams that are holding up the stone above the windows. And this one doesn't seem too bad, but a lot of the rest of them are certainly rotted, and they will have to come out and be replaced by either steel or concrete. We'll cross that bridge when we get it. The inside of the roof is, yeah, doesn't look too bad, but when you get close to those timbers, they're actually dry rotted, and as you can see, there was water ingress here. Would have caused a lot of damage there. As you can see, and all the way through the floor down to these joists. Pretty poor. There are 4 rooms up here, but they're quite small. Um, the inner walls here, they're stud walls, and these will come down too. Yeah. Okay. There seems to be one power lead coming up to this junction box, and the lights, all the lights are coming off of that for the 4 rooms up here. That's all there was. There's no sockets, just lights. Yeah. This is the gable end of the shed, and you see the swallows love this place. And you can see how far that whole gable end is pulled. Yeah. I'd be concerned about this being a safety issue. That fell and somebody happened to be walking by here. Yeah, so I think this is an immediate job. I think take this down. A lot of things being taken down here. I can't wait till we get to the day where things are going up. So this project, I'm going to be taking on myself and doing pretty much all of the work here. I'm sure I'll get help along the way, friends and relatives, but for the most part, this is something I'm going to be doing myself. I have some DIY skills. I wouldn't be a stranger to it, but yeah, it's certainly a daunting task to take on, but here we are, something that I'm taking on and looking forward to really getting into it after Christmas. So if you like, subscribe and maybe comment, to be great, and see if we can maybe get this channel off the ground. Cheers, thank you for watching.